All right, welcome back to Genre'd Off Book. Today, we are talking to my forever friend, Ankeen, and we're talking to her about her favorite genre and just see where the conversation takes us. It's going to be mostly romance. Just a spoiler alert going forward. All right, so Ankeen, just really quick, introduce yourself. How do we know each other? And then we can move into your favorite genre, like sort of what's made you a reader.
So I know Elise specifically from 2008 when we worked at Starbucks in Boston.
Yes.
Lower Newberry.
Lower Newberry. We were a tight crew there at Lower Newberry.
A tight crew. And I know Katie because they are sisters.
Yes.
So I've known Katie as long.
Yeah. And then you moved to the city
And then I moved to New York.
before
Before
Elise came.
did.
Yeah.
And so we would hang.
We would hang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like been, God, 2008. It's
Almost
almost 20 years.
Yeah.
That's bananas. That's actually bananas. I'm like, wait, how old am I?
Yeah.
What's my life?
Oh my God, yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
like 15 years.
No, Elise,
It's
that
like
in 2028, it would be 20 years.
Oh, so it's over 20 years.
No, it's
It's
gonna be.
18.
It's 18 years.
18. We're at 18.
Yeah,
It's about to be
okay.
22.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. So my first math was, while very wrong, was closer than what I thought I was.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
bad
I've
year
known them
subtraction.
for a very long time. We are the youngest ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And currently I'm a massage therapist. And
You live in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I live in Brooklyn.
Well,
Yeah.
and you massage all over the city. So I mean, if you're in New York City and you're looking
It's true.
for a massage therapist, Ankeen is who you call.
Yeah.
We'll put your deets in the show notes for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I do lymphatic drainage. I
Yes.
do cupping therapy.
Eh.
We do a lot of things.
No.
Give me a call.
Yeah. You don't only work out of your office, but also Uncle Nat's, right?
I do work out of Uncle Nat's in Flatbush as
Okay.
well as my own home studio.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. So, all right, let's start easy. What's your favorite genre and how did it win you over?
So I would say my favorite genre is romance. Although, okay, I started reading romance when I was like 10 years
Ooh, early.
old, which is
I mean, me too. Like some of my earliest romance books were like when I was too young. I don't know how my mother allowed me to
I
purchase them.
I don't even know how anyone was like, yeah, this person should take this out of the library, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
I used to take out the maximum amount of books that you could take out. Like during the summer, I would like go to the library, take out the 45 books, and all of them were like Harlequin romance novels.
Oh
I mean,
my
like
God.
the dirtiest of the dirty. And I'm like 10. Like who was like, yep, that child should be reading
Yeah.
Smut right now. I don't even think they considered what it was that I was checking out.
I bet the librarians were like, she's gonna love
We've
it.
Got her.
Yeah.
But the first book I think I ever took out of the library that wasn't like teeny bopper romance
hmm
was Nora Roberts Montana Sky, which I still read to this day when I just like need something in between books.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
just like, I gotta go back to certain moments in the book. And then like
It's your comfort book.
so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. I still have it on paperback. I have the original copy that I first got when I was young. Still have it. But I also have it on my Kindle. So
Yes. You can read it
I
on the
can
go.
read it anywhere I want.
On the
really.
go.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were to introduce somebody to this genre, what would be one of the first books you would recommend to them?
Honestly, I would make them read that.
That book.
And I think the reason is because it's not like grotesque smut. Because
Yeah.
sometimes like you can get into like really intense sex scenes and I love them.
Yeah.
I personally love them. Not everyone is
Yeah.
ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone needs it. But Nora Roberts really has this way of getting the sexiness across without you being fully uncomfortable
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the details.
I like that.
Yeah. I guess I don't even know if I've read Nora Roberts. I'm trying to think. Is it more of a closed door? Or is it like still you're getting the whole sex scene? It's just
Parts
not
of the
as
sex
deep.
scene.
Yeah. So not as like into the nitty gritty.
It's not
It's,
all the
it's-
nitty gritty. Yeah,
okay.
she is like she's explaining to you what's happening, but
Yeah.
it's not like his cock. Or,
Yeah.
like it's like there is this way that she explains like how they're touching each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That just feels so much more graceful.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes those smutty sex scenes like take me out of the book. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
what are we doing here? And then sometimes I have to think about it and I'm like, I don't think that that's physically, this position is not physically possible. Like we talk about it all the time that in one of the Fourth Wing series books, there's this sex scene. And as I was reading it, I was like, okay, someone's in a chair, but it seems like someone's turned around. And like everyone on the internet was like, I don't understand the positioning of what's happening here.
Yeah.
And like all I could think about was how that was able to happen. Like I was not paying attention to the smut of it all.
Yeah.
And it like distracts me sometimes.
Totally. Well, I think because romance writers are trying to make the sex interesting,
Yeah.
then you're like, really? Why is everyone having sex in a bathtub?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no one actually really wants to have a ton of sex in
Like-
a full soapy
Yeah.
bathtub.
Imagine how
like
wet.
all water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like you are leaking to your downstairs neighbor if
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
in a New York
And-
City apartment.
And you're gonna
Absolutely.
get interrupted because they're gonna knock on your door and be
Yeah.
like, "What's going on?"
What is going on?
yeah, like what
But,
are we swimming? Like
Everyone. So he already filled it full before y'all got in. And
Yeah.
now you're having sex in the bathtub? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean
And
you're
then
having
there's-
sex in the bathtub?
there's gonna be no water left, and it's just
Like squeaky.
Like,
under-
Yeah.
it's like just kind of dry now.
Like downstairs has the water, and here we are in this bathtub.
And now we're just-
squeaking our butts.
Just sticking to
Talk
porcelain.
about like not romantic.
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Not
No.
romantic. Yeah. So like I would say that book is great because it's also not just a romance novel. It's about a woman who has just lost her father.
Mm-hmm.
She finds out that she has two half sisters who are inheriting half of the ranch that she has grown up
Ooh.
on. She never met them. They moved when they were little. He's married like 3 times. Her mom died. So like
Mm.
that's the only reason he didn't divorce her.
Yeah.
But she's like the only life she's ever known is in Montana. And these 2 women come to this funeral to find out what they inherit.
Yeah.
And they have to live on this ranch with her. And she
Ooh.
hates
Ooh.
them. She hates that she has to share,
Yeah.
especially because she spent her whole life trying to prove herself to her dad.
Yeah.
And he never like accepted her. And then there's like drama, there's murder, there's like it's a whole year because
Katie
they have to
loves a murder.
live. They have to live on this ranch for a year in order to like inherit
Okay.
any part of the land.
Classic romance trope. It's that
Yeah.
you all have to. Somebody dies, and in the will, you have to do the
X,
thing
Y,
you
and
do.
Z.
You have to do X, Y, and Z, and it is inevitably living with somebody for a period of time
That you don't want to live
that
with.
you don't want to live with them
You
with.
hate that,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you have to just survive the year to
Yeah,
get to.
the
No.
money or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's
Ooh. Okay.
it's amazing. It's so good because it's also like it's split into like the seasons.
Oh,
So you kind of
nice.
get a sense of like what's happening on the ranch dependent on the season,
Oh,
as
okay.
well as the murder stuff is happening in time with other things. And then how the girls have to deal with this place that they've never, like, they're like, oh my God, like one of them lives in LA.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
she's like, I'm in Montana for winter. Like this place is freezing. Like
Yeah.
I can't wear any, like what, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
she's panicking every day. And you get all everyone's story. It's
that's
great.
interesting. That is a book I feel like we need to recommend to Erica.
I know. Yes,
it's
you would.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Have you read? Because it's reminding me a little bit. Have you read any Emily Henry?
No.
No. So one of the things I like about her also is Katie's read one Emily Henry book, and
Yes.
she said that
All of one.
yes, and she described the smut as tasteful, and she has similar themes of particularly like sisters in her book, so like family dynamics, but very specifically sisters. She writes writers. Like the main character, there's one main character that's a writer, possibly both of them are,
Mhm.
almost all of the time, and then very often like some sort of sister storyline that's sort of
Cool.
going on as well. I think you would like that.
Okay. I'll check
Yeah.
her out.
I'll give
Okay.
you I'd like Book Lovers is what I would suggest to read first from her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. I need a new book.
Yes. All right. So if someone is fully converted into this romance genre, what is something that you would recommend to them? Like one of your favorite books, but doesn't need to be like a small step into romance, like a full on.
Like one that you would recommend me.
Yeah.
Knowing
like,
that I've read it all at this point.
Okay, so actually, it would be one that I did recommend to you, and I
Yes.
don't know if you've read them yet.
Let me say. Well, tell me.
It's it's a series, but it's about a band, and the band is called Dirty. And then it's the series about the band members and like all of the like subsequent parts and like their community basically.
Okay.
But the first one in the series is Dirty Like Us, or no, Dirty Like Me. Where's it Dirty Like Us?
So I'm seeing. I've done a Google. There's a Dirty Like Me, and then there's a Dirty Like Seth.
Okay.
So
Dirty Like Me is the first one.
Okay.
And it's about the lead singer.
Yeah.
But that series is like the sex is great. It's fun, and it like also gets you. It's like you really enjoy their community.
Okay.
Which I love. Like I kind of love a community.
Yeah.
And like the sex is dirty. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Like, you also get family. There's like a brother and a sister, and like it's their separate stories, and like
Okay.
I love that. They get into different kinds of tropes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like one of the offshoots is a friend of theirs who's in every single one of the first 7, I think. He's actually my favorite character of all of them. So like when we finally got to his, I was like, oh, Ashley. His name is Ashley Player. I love
Ashley
him.
Player.
Ashley Player.
Oh my God.
I love him.
What a
I
rock
love him.
star.
He's
Yes.
amazing. But like he's bisexual.
Okay.
And his whole thing is that he's always in these things that don't quite work out, and he's always like in love with a woman, and then they fall in love with somebody else, and like they don't want him a part of it,
Yeah.
And his whole thing, and it's not really ruining it, but his whole thing is like eventually being in like this throuple with a man and a woman.
Oh.
And like it's it's so good. But there's all different kinds of tropes.
Yeah.
Like it's like brother's best friend, and
The first one is a fake dating. One of my favorites.
Fake dating.
I just like it because I looked it up to see if I read it. I had not read it.
But every single one has its own, or like the boss. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
nice.
one of them, there's a fake marriage or a hidden marriage, really, but she's technically works for the band, and he's like the lead singer.
Okay.
It's like that stuff.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
Is every book like another member of the band or like another part of their group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who's the author?
it's
Jane Diamond.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Jane Diamond.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. But I love the sex scenes. They have like
This-
great sex.
This was like I'm
Fun.
honestly
sex.
surprised that this hasn't come across my desk.
Well, it
Oh my
sounds
God.
like
I know.
It sounds like Ankeen.
I know. It just. Besides, like, just independently on my own. I'm so sorry, Ankeen. Oh,
Put it on your desk.
yeah. Ankeen's put it on my desk, and then something else.
Abruptly, and was like,
All right.
need to read this.
Well, I will do it now. Okay, I'll stop reading my Elsie Silver. I'll just
We
switch
love
to
Elsie
here.
Silver. We do love Elsie Silver.
We did talk about that last night at an engagement party for one of our friends. We were just sitting there talking about smutty little romance books while we were waiting our turn to hang out.
That's what we're gonna talk about. yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, they'll come to us eventually. Okay, so what do you think people's biggest misconception about romance is?
Well, I think that it's the biggest misconception, and also it's part of what is the reason we read it. It's both.
Yeah.
I think people are like, it's frivolous, which yes, it is frivolous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's well written, it's also not frivolous.
Yeah.
Right. If I read a Harlequin romance novel,
The OG
they're
is
literally like 120 pages long.
Yeah.
It is frivolous. I'm not getting much from it. The
Yeah.
storylines aren't that interesting.
Mhm.
They're so basic, right? No offense to Harlequin romance writers.
Listen, they walked so we could run, you know? Like Harlequin romance walk so we can run now.
But there are some incredible writers out there who just
Yeah.
also happen to write under the heading of romance. And it's just that the
Yeah.
story has this very specific arc. And then there's still an entire story. It's not just strung together sex scenes. Like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
reason for a sex scene. There's a reason for like tension. There's a
Mhm.
like there is a
Yeah.
story. And if the story is well written, I don't think that it's frivolous. But it is also reading in general. If you're reading fiction
Yeah.
of any kind, you are reading for enjoyment.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, it is frivolous. Like it is for pleasure.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It should be
It's
enjoyable.
an escape. I had this conversation
Yes.
with somebody yesterday where they were trying to distill what's fantasy and what's not fantasy. And I was like, well, for fantasy, for example, like there needs to be magic of some sort. So it could be
Yeah.
very grounded, but if there's a dragon guess what? It's fantasy. They're like, but like, if we were to read like Bridgerton, she's like, well, that's not like the real world. And I'm like, it's a historical romance. It's taking place in a real time. There's no dragons. There's no magic. So no, it might not be right now because it's fiction. It's all fiction.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
reading fiction, it's not, it's fake.
Yeah.
But it's still grounded. There's humans. There's no elves. There's no dragons. Like,
it
it's
has
romance.
some historical context.
Yes,
right?
it does.
There's
Yeah.
certain things that definitely were probably true in that time period.
Yeah.
There's research done.
Yes. And then we go, and what we always like to say too is that I think half the trivial knowledge that I have, just like if just like things that are in my brain, I 100% learned from romance books.
Oh,
Because you're reading a romance book
totally.
and it's like it's set on a whiskey distillery. Suddenly, I know a lot about
Yeah.
whiskey, or it's
Totally.
Like
It's-
Ankeen's a rancher now because of Montana Sky.
yeah, like it's or
I'm a cowgirl.
there's a lawyer and suddenly I'm really good at tax law because that's the context of one of the main characters,
Yeah.
and suddenly I could argue in court because the stories are by design a bit rote, right? Like, you know the beats. What changes is the context. So the love story is still the A plot, but there's something else that's happening that makes it different from the one that you just read.
Yep.
Or makes it the same
Mhm.
as the one that you just read, and you want to just keep reading different versions of your cowboy romance, of your
Totally.
billionaire romance, of your
Yeah,
mafia
hockey.
romance, hockey. Yeah, you learn so much. I also sometimes think I know a lot about hockey. Never watched a hockey game in my entire life, but I've read some hockey romances, my
Nothing
friend.
like a hockey romance.
So,
Apparently.
My God.
we'll make you read a hockey romance, Katie. I feel
Oh,
like
God.
you're.
It is.
Listen,
Hockey season.
That Marilyn Kelly series is really good.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've
Also-
heard.
Pretty smutty.
Yeah.
Okay. She really is good at the sex scene.
Yeah. Well,
Just to warn you.
Well, I also think there's like it's funny because there is a wide range in between something that I would call smut, still a romance book, but like truly smut,
Yeah.
and then there's so many versions of that in between, maybe like a Nora Roberts or even like an Emily
Yeah.
Henry,
Yeah.
right? Or Nicholas Sparks. It's actually much more of an internalized character story, and the sex is not really the point,
Like
but still a
sweetheart novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Like, I mean, I have read smutty books,
Yeah.
but they've been like about werewolves or vampires.
Totally.
And I know the difference between like a romantasy book, and obviously there's this love story that plays a huge part, but then in some of these other books it's like it's mostly just about the sex
Yeah.
with these
Yeah.
werewolf.
and that's a smutty little werewolf
a
romance.
smutty
Yeah.
little werewolf
Yeah.
romance that at one
Yeah.
point I was like, I can't be reading about werewolves having sex. Like this, I have to we've got to move on.
Yeah. Like,
That's like when I think
You're like,
about that.
how did I get here?
Yeah. How am I on the fourth book of this series?
Yeah.
Like I've got to put it down.
And they're still just turning back into people.
Yeah,
into
and then
just-
werewolf.
Ugh.
Into,
But I
Yep.
bet you each one had a little bit of a different trope. It
did.
started with the
Yeah.
alpha,
Yeah.
and then it was maybe his beta. It was a second chance at love because he rejected the
Yeah.
original girl or whatever. So
Totally.
they're still using the same
Yes.
tropes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think people are missing out on when they just outwardly dismiss this genre?
think maybe like adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the things that I like about it is that it's also not. It's not just like lonely housewives
Yeah.
reading romance novels, right? It's not like women who just have like 17 cats who read them. Like everybody reads them.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like when people are like, "Oh, I couldn't possibly read
Yeah.
that." I'm like, "So you don't have the desire for different kinds of intimacy in your life.
Mm.
And you might be missing out on the fact that like there's other forms of intimacy
Okay.
in romantic lives."
Yeah.
Right. And honestly, I think that's when you read something, you're getting an idea for your life, whether it's a crime novel. I
Yeah.
now know how to like bury a million bodies.
Yeah.
First of all, find a pig farm.
And then,
But like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
there's so many ways
Yeah.
to like think about relationships. And yes, romance novels are these idealized ways, but it's also like ways that you can like incorporate things into I never thought that like actually I could do X, Y, and Z
Yeah.
with my husband
Yeah.
or my
Yeah.
boyfriend. And like actually I think that sounds really fun. I'm gonna tell him I want to try this thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's different ways of looking at it. It's like not a self-help book, but it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's an opportunity to take on aspects of them in your own life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we
Okay.
say this all the time is that we really wish men would
Yeah.
read women's books, like quote unquote
Yeah.
books for girls. And it's like
Totally.
romance, even some of like the romantasy that we like. It's because you do get to see something you've never thought of before. You know, like it's just a way to really explore, and particularly for men, if you really want to understand a woman's perfect man,
Mm-hmm.
read a romance book written by a woman.
Yeah,
and there's
totally.
a million different versions of them. Like
Yeah.
from
Truly, anything that you as
Yeah.
a man are interested in, there is a romance/fantasy book that is going to have it in there. I just feel like, like ACOTAR and things like that. Like, people know when they're on social media that these books are huge. What men should be taking from that is like, wow, look at all these women that love these books. Why do they love these books? Like, what are in these books? Why are we talking about men with wings? Well, pick up the book and figure out how they're treating their ladies.
Yeah, and it's not
Totally.
because it's not because the men have wings. It's
Yeah.
because the men are able to like really support their women while letting them be exactly who they are, and the communication that they have. And sure, maybe they hate each other in the beginning and they fall in love at the end, but how are they doing it that? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it boils down almost 100% of the time to communication.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the hardest part of any relationship, whether or not it's romantic or not, just communicating effectively
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
other people. So why not just read the idealized version and
take it, find where you fit into
Yeah.
it. Like, how
Yeah.
can I take on a little bit of this?
Yeah.
Right? It's not even, you don't have to be any of the characters. I
Yeah.
actually recently read one where she was a romance novelist
Mhm.
and he wanted to figure out how to get her attention. And so he started reading her books.
Oh,
And she kept getting really confused by like these like personas that he was like, well, I'm being like Weston. And she was like, you're reading my books. Like, wait a second. And he's like, well, I wanted to know what you liked, But he was like, it was adorable.
yeah, like
right?
that was a good try.
Really
Yeah.
good try, but like you just have to be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about
Yes.
the other things that like this character does, or like why would someone do this action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it would get to know this person better and I can be more of a support or
Yeah.
whatever it is. But like, just it's giving you an idea
Yeah.
how to be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Every time I tell Katie that we should really try a billionaire romance, and Katie's like, no. And I'm like, no, those
A
are the most
what?
fun. A billionaire romance.
Oh, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bilkinaire? What'd you just say?
I mean, then I would do like Ferrara from like TLC, like the
Yes.
Italian like
Y-
mob.
yeah.
Oh, that's
billionaire,
interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
You actually probably would more like mob mafia than
Yeah.
just straight billionaire because
That's
you
like
want
50
crime.
Yeah, like that's 50 Shades of Grey. And that to me, I didn't like because I don't know.
Yeah.
It just felt icky that this man with lots of power was just like picking on this
Yeah.
young college student. Ugh.
well, also I mean,
Yeah.
there's
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of power dynamics in a mafia romance. Usually they start with a like mafia princess being sold to like
Yeah.
for an alliance. There's a marriage pact between
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
rival mobs.
and this is how they're making sure that they stop killing each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Or
do that in
kidnapped.
fantasy books, right?
Yes, it's again,
I
same
gotcha.
trope, same trope.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your comfort zones in romance? So like the tropes or the moments. Do you have a favorite type of romance books to read?
That's a good question. I think I go back and forth between different ones. I always kind of love like the brother's best friend,
Yep.
like Forbidden,
Mhm.
but probably because like I have 3 brothers.
Yeah. And you know how that
can
is.
relate.
I had crushes on
Yeah.
my brother's best friend.
Yeah.
I realized that I don't love, which isn't exactly the question, but I think it's important to acknowledge.
Yeah.
I really don't love. We were in love in high school, and now 10 years later, we're coming back together. I'm like,
Oh.
ugh, I am not the person that I was in high school. I am nowhere near
yeah.
the person why would I still love the person that I
Oh,
did
that's
in high
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Like-
second chance romances for
school?
you.
I am just like, I get really bored by them unless we're talking like we broke up when we were 35
Yeah.
and now it's 10
Yeah.
years later. But if it's
Yeah.
high school to adulthood, you really think that we would be?
Yeah.
You stayed in our small town and I'm coming back casually? Absolutely not. Like
No.
there's no why.
Although you've just explained half of Hallmark
I
movies.
was just gonna say that. I was like,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
how Hallmark makes money.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's just not my favorite.
Okay.
Really not my favorite.
Okay.
I do love a sexy doctor. Of
Okay.
course. Do love a sexy doctor.
Oh.
I do love like a fireman.
Yeah.
Again, I've dated a fireman, so
So you-
love a fireman. I don't need him to be a billionaire. I'm really looking for like a female billionaire who's taken on the young carpenter or something.
Ooh,
You know, like
okay.
I think that would be a really sexy book.
I know. And I'm sure they exist, but again,
We gotta
hasn't come
find-
across my desk.
Yeah, we need to find them
Yeah.
because
No, I haven't.
Well, you know what? There's one book that I read, and this goes towards this is deep smutty romance. Like I wouldn't even suggest it for you,
Yeah.
Katie. But like you probably would like this. Hold on.
Katie, you prude.
I know.
No, you just don't enjoy certain
I'm just like-
descriptions.
I know.
I was just like, I've got to skip.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, I feel like also if it's an audiobook, I actually
Oh,
cannot
we
listen
talk
to
about
you
it all the
describing
time.
sex. Like, let me just read it.
yeah, like, no,
Like,
it's
'cause you're
so,
like in the car and all of a sudden you're like, there's a
Yes!
car
Yeah.
pulled up next to me. Like,
it truly is. And when we were reading Bourbon and Lies, it's,
it's
a
good.
duet.
oh,
So
yeah.
it is the male character and a female
Oh my
character.
God.
And so it's like the voices and there's like growling. And I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable. And
There's
I'm
growling.
I'm
I love
always in my car.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to hear it. But yeah, no.
yeah, it's like, you're like, no one can hear this.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is so
very
crazy.
uncomfortable.
I'll be at work and like literally like be reading at the desk and someone will come up behind me and I have to
Yeah,
close the
yes.
screen. Like, I'm like, yes, what do you mean?
Well, I even remember when I found audiobooks and I was working in an office. I was even listening to like romance books, but I was listening to one of the ACOTAR, maybe the first ACOTAR, which is technically young adult. Like, so there was little smutty romance scenes, but like not really. It was pretty high
Yeah.
level. But I'm sitting there just working at my desk and it came on and I was just like, they all know in my little, they can
Yeah,
hear it.
they know.
I have to go.
Can't know.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
So the ones that I think that you would love, okay, it is Alchemy. The series is called Alchemy, and it's about like a group of friends who open up a high-end, very posh sex club in London. And they're all now very rich. This was very successful. I think they all
Yeah.
came from like successful careers. I think they were,
Mhm.
I think they met in like boarding school and stuff like that. So they came from
As you do.
yeah, so, as you do in London. So they came from wealthy families, whatever. So that's like a whole point. But one of the friend group is a woman. So she is that so
Oh,
she is the older one. And so
what's it called?
it's called Alchemy is the name of the series. It's by Elodie Hart.
Because there's another series that's the same, and one of them that's an owner is a woman.
Yeah.
And she's like, doesn't realize that she actually is like a dom. Like she
Oh,
takes their
okay.
test, and it's like
Yeah.
a whole thing. But interesting.
What do you think that your genre says about you and the fact that you love these certain tropes? Like that this is your comfort zone? Or does
Well,
it not mean anything?
I mean, I think that it none of my friends are surprised
No,
that I
no,
read
no,
romance.
no.
Like I like always like have crushes on people. I love to date. I love, you know what I mean? Like I love love, you know. I just do. I am
Erica,
dorcas.
someone's coming for you with your love of love.
But I say that not even just like I don't even need a happily ever after. Like
Yeah.
that's not what I need in a book. You know, what I need is you get to experience something. You get to like
Yeah.
be alive and like experience like this other person's aliveness, and like that's really beautiful and sexy, and like people come through your life in this way. So I feel like it makes sense because of how I think about dating and how I think about love and
Yeah.
how I think about constantly growing in my love.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you really prioritize connection with everybody in whatever sort of relationship you have with them,
Yeah.
like friends, if it's, romantic, not
Yeah.
romantic. You're always looking to have like that connection with somebody, like those conversations.
Yeah.
And-
Like I like I think
Yeah,
intimacy
yeah.
is really important to me.
And like in all versions of it.
In all of
Yeah.
absolutely. Like it's not about sex. It's about like how can I touch the inside of someone and have them touch the inside of me.
You know, I will say though, I was surprised when you told me that you love a hockey romance series.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hockey? Ankeen? Really? I didn't.
They're like
How she-
giant men.
Yeah. When is she going to just run into a hockey player?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like my first choice, but like if
Yeah.
I open a book and then I'm like, oh, this is what I'm reading, and then I like the series, I'll read
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I also don't like drink a lot, but like Bourbon and Lies, I was
Yeah.
like, I must read all of these. Why are there not 100 more? Like
Yeah.
it was so good. I think if I really like the way a writer writes,
Yeah.
I can like let myself go into whatever her genre of romance is.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
You ever just like opened up a book and been like, nah, and like not finish it?
Oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Like, is it what usually makes you stop? Like,
The one that I stopped yesterday,
Ooh.
oh, okay.
I was in like I can't actually remember the name of that. I'm like reading one of her books right now. It's like Miramara or something. But it was like there was like this series of, they're called like Unintentionally Yours or something. They're all
Yeah.
accidental whatevers. But it was all like silver fox. And I was like,
Mhm.
all right, like a silver fox is cool, but like they're my age now. So
Oh, and you're like,
I'm like, but she did a really good job. It wasn't like 21-year-olds
yeah,
with the
okay.
silver fox. They were like
Yeah.
30, 32. I was like, okay, you have adults
Yeah.
dating men who are a little bit older than them. I
Yes.
will take this. You know?
Yeah.
But one of them was like, ended up not being along that line, but it was still in this like series.
Mhm.
And it was like, she went back to the small hometown and the boyfriend was still there. And I was like, I just actually do not care
Yeah.
about this relationship.
Yeah.
Nothing that you've set up so far makes me care. This
Yeah.
woman just ran out of her wedding, got on a flight, went back to the small town in Texas. Like,
Yeah.
literally, she flew from JFK. You know, like, I was like, you went back to Texas? Like, girl. And then within 24 hours, slept with her ex-boyfriend and got
whoa.
a job at his grandma's grocery. And I was like, I'm 3 chapters in. Like, I actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever it is that she's doing, I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no way that she's not a walking red flag.
Yeah.
And there is 0 point in them having this relationship. Like, I already am
Yeah.
over it. No, this was bad. Don't.
Okay.
I like let it
That's
go.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like, if it's too easy, like,
You
I'm like,
wanna-
oh,
You don't want like you just don't want insta love.
you're like, we're just gonna jump back into the
Yeah.
thing that we used to have. Like, why would we do that? We're
No.
totally different people now. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's got a 5-year-old, you know, like.
Just maybe have a conversation first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, also, I think that's another thing that I will put a book down with. I'm like, oh, no one knows how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be in their 30s.
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay, so you've never had a conversation with another adult person other than your boss
Ugh.
or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, do you have friends? Do you communicate? Do you know how to problem solve with
Yeah.
another human being? Like, everyone is a red flag. I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm 4 chapters in.
Yeah.
We're not doing anymore. Like, this is a waste of my time.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will absolutely put a book down. I'll be like, no, this is not.
I have one, I think, similar. I can no longer read a book where the main character is in college. Like, I am uninterested in that.
No.
You guys have no business being this into this relationship right now. I mean, I will accept dragons before I will accept that these teenagers
These
are going to
16-year-olds.
that are going to fall in love and just be with each other for the rest of their lives. Nobody else. Like, this
Yeah.
is it for them. That is more unbelievable to me
Yeah.
than fairies.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said what you said.
Yeah.
Agreed.
like-
Okay.
and so I can't do that. I hate a pregnancy trope. Just like halfway through the
hate a pregnancy.
yeah.
Oh, I don't
Or like
like pregnancy at all.
that's the reason that like everything starts, or they had
Yeah.
a one night stand and now she's and I'm like, there are other options.
Yeah.
They're like, and this is my only option. You're like,
It's
really sorry.
Yeah.
I get that this is you have to write for like the world and not everyone agrees with it,
Yeah.
but there are plenty of other
yeah.
options.
And then we
Yeah.
go. I did read one recently that I didn't hate too much. Oh, it was one of the Elsie Silver ones. It was
Oh.
nanny, single dad situation. Does get pregnant, but for some reason that worked. I don't know. Like, I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it.
yeah.
But it's the times where, because I don't think it was like a big conversation. Like, they were already in love by the time it happened. It
yeah.
wasn't like
It's
it
not.
wasn't.
okay.
It was basically the complication instead of a third act breakup. It was just like a third act pregnancy, but everybody was like, "Cool, you're pregnant, all right."
We're so excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it
that's
wasn't
not
that big of a
weird.
deal. So it was
Yeah.
fine. It wasn't like a huge like turning point, or it wasn't like why it wasn't the reason for the romance.
Right.
That time, I'm always very annoyed. But like whenever a woman gets slightly nauseous at any point of a romance book, I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's happening, or
Mhm.
fantasy or anything, any
Yeah,
book.
Same.
Why did we have to go here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my least favorite things about the college or under is actually that first, the sex makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I-
Now you're just like,
also-
yeah,
I don't think I should be thinking
Then
that.
they're like acting like this boy, is the best lover that's
Yeah.
ever existed. And I'm like, he's 18 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
He
no
knows
way.
absolutely nothing about the female body. Like, I don't care that he's been around the block a few times. Like,
Yeah.
he's had
What's
sex
been around
with
high school.
14-year-old girls. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I
Yeah.
do remember though when I was an 18-year-old girl, and I was mostly getting this through fan fiction at the time. It was Twilight fan fiction that I was reading.
Mhm.
And so yes, there was a lot of like alternate universe, all human Twilight fan fiction where Edward was a bad boy in high school and Bella was the nerdy girl. And of course, the version of the 18-year-old bad boy Edward is basically an experienced Dom. Absolutely impossible, but like that's basically what it was.
not
And no, but when
like,
I
in
was
high school.
18, but when I was 18 and reading that,
You
I
had
was
no
like,
idea.
of course. Of course that's how it works. Yeah, I mean like
Like, you
that's
must
just
know
how
everything.
that's just how it works. But now I'm not 18 reading about 18-year-olds, and it's both unrealistic and gross.
If you could read one genre for the rest of your life, would this be it? Or is there something else you would cheat with?
Well, okay, so it's funny because I started reading romance at the age of 10, and I read it until I was like 16. And then I didn't read another romance novel until last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like only in like deep philosophical texts.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, also
Like,
not
it's one or
surprising.
the
Yeah.
And like so it would be, I would need both. It's interpersonal, how to deal with humanity. And I think you get that from romance novels, but
Mhm.
I also get that from Rumi or
Yeah.
actually Nietzsche.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to read like deep philosophical works, but then I also want to think about it in this other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And this, yeah,
with hockey.
with hockey, very specifically hockey.
Yeah.
So I do think I couldn't just read romance. I
Okay.
also, because I'm a massage therapist and I'm constantly going back to school, I do really enjoy learning about the body
Yeah.
and like different ways of touching it. So it would be hard to not also learn from
Yeah.
that stuff. Like that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I
it's-
think that if I was like only reading for pleasure, it would be a solid mix of like philosophy and romance.
Wow.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
What's your top 5 philosophy texts if you were to try to, and
Okay.
Maybe not 5. I mean, you know.
my
top 3?
my top 3. Well, Nausea by Jean-Paul Sartre.
Okay.
Okay.
I read it first in French.
Ankeen, I actually didn't know you spoke French. That's actually something I didn't know about you.
I studied French for 6 years.
Just
Just a little-
you're just a
I'm
woman
not-
of all trades.
Yeah.
I don't really speak it. I read it still.
Okay.
And I would say that I read Italian as well because I lived in Italy. But it's like hard for me to like come up with terms really fast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like when I'm there,
Italy, I knew.
once I like warm up, it like comes a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So I would say Nausea by Jean-Paul Sartre. And I really like Nietzsche's essay on free thinkers. I'm tattooed with something from that. And honestly, I would look for the writings of Shams-Tibris, who was a Sufi poet and philosopher.
Okay.
Because how he speaks of love is how I feel about love.
Yeah.
Okay.
All comes back to love.
It all comes back to love.
Yes.
All comes back to life.
All comes back to love.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ankeen, for coming.
Thank you.
I know. It was
This
so
was
fun.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, so really quick, just one more time, tell everybody where they can find you for your like online, for your massage, for
Yeah.
anything, any of your other ventures.
You can find me on Instagram at ankeen.rose.wellness. Feel free to message me for massage, lymphatic drainage. I also do Ayurvedic face massages. I do work out of Uncle Nat's in Brooklyn, so you can also find me on the Uncle Nat's website.
Okay.
Uncle Nat's is a queer and fat positive laser salon. So they have sugaring, waxing, body hair, lasering, electrolysis, and then massage
Yeah.
for me. And yeah, I'm around. I also work at Enchantments,
Mhm.
which is the oldest occult store in the city.
Witchy store.
So if you need anything witchcraft related,
Yeah.
come on by. We make incenses and oils, and we custom carve candles.
The carved candles are the best.
Are my favorite.
Yes.
I've gifted both of them.
Yes.
Candles.
Yes.
Remember our
Yeah.
dad, like when you gave us the candle for
Oh,
our house,
yeah.
our dad was so
Invested
invested
in the way it burnt,
Yeah.
how it was burning.
He
like,
went,
he was,
and we had to leave the house, and
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh, I think we're gonna have to blow it out. Like, we're not gonna be here." And our dad was like, "No, I will watch it."
Yes.
If Ankeen said that it needs to burn until it's done, like we have to
keep
we
it
have
burning.
to do it. So he would check on it every day.
Day.
It was
Gosh,
Like, put it in the sink,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like
of
just in
course.
case, like
Stainless
if it's
steel,
there, the
yeah.
stainless steel. But he would take it out of the sink when he was there. So I guess I don't think he felt like the candle wanted to be in the sink, but for safety, he could put it in there.
he felt something.
Yeah.
He was following the rhythm of the candle.
yep.
like-
He really did. So those candles are great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
glad.
Oh my God. Yay.
Thanks,
Thank
Ankeen.
you.
Bye, Ankeen. Kisses.
Bye.
Bye.